Potensic Atom 3-axis gimbal and the Yaggis. Yeah, here they are. Yaggi antennas for the Potensic Atom. And a lot of people were thinking, hey, you can't get there, but I do have the Yaggis on, okay? These are the Yaggi antennas. And it says encountering strong winds. So there's a couple of good things happening here. All right, Dad Random here, and I am mic'd up, and it is time to do a test flight of the Potensic Atom. But in this specific test flight, I am going to turn off my mic. So as soon as I get this thing flying, I'm going to switch over to my Sony recorder, which does not put out any signals. So there's going to be no transmission signals, because one of the biggest myths I want to finally squash today is that the controller, the Potensic's controller, is affected by Wi-Fi interference, okay, or signal interference coming from other devices. So the only one I've got is this. There's no other device that can be possibly making this happen. Okay, so when I do finally get flying, I am going to switch over. I'm going to switch over to this audio recorder right here. So go ahead and get that out and get this audio recorder so you see what I'm going to record with. This is my old Sony, okay? And this thing is killer. It just does a great job. It's a great backup, and I'm going to make sure this puppy is going to be taking it'll be taking the place of my other mic. So I'm going to get mic'd up. Oh boy, I get this perfect every time, where I'm doing a recording and the fries come by. Hey, how you doing? And yeah, he has horses down below here, and he's a really good dude. So anyways, yeah, so here we go. Anyway, I have got the Sony recorder, and I'm going to be shutting this thing off. All right, so let's do that right now so we don't forget. All right. The other thing that happened in the last flight is I didn't get a full shot of the area. So when I was flying, I didn't have 4K going the whole time. So I'm going to do a little bit of 4K adjustment. So we'll have audio without any interference, and we're going to have native 4K going on, and we're going to see if that affects its range, okay? Because that was really where the problem lies. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Let's go ahead and turn this puppy on. This thing can record for days, literally. So I'm going to go ahead and get this going, and we'll get there we go. Can I hear myself? Yeah, there we go. We've got recording going on. Get it tucked in there, and I'm gonna put this in my pocket. So we now have recording going on from the Sony mic. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this one off, and I'm gonna leave it on, but I'm gonna shut it off. See, I'm gonna take this power button, and now it's off. Okay, so now we are full on Sony right now. So Sony recorder's going, nothing's coming out of here. All right, so we wanted to get that, no, it says, yep, mic transmitter not connected. And we still will get sound. We'll get sound from the actual device. So let's go ahead and get the sticks on. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do to help out with our range issue is to, let me see, I was going to see if I could use clamshells. Oh, wow. This array of antennas actually can potentially, Can it run my old? Here, let's go the, yeah, I want to get these clamshells on there. Yeah, I don't get here, right there. We'll just leave it like that. So now we have a reflector. So that's one test will be with the reflector. And then the second test will be with these Yaggi extenders. So I'm going to get the Yaggi extenders on right away. We're gonna go full on Yaggi right away. And these are left and right. And this transmission system is supposed to be like state of the art. Okay, this is supposed to be transmission system 3.0 or something like that. Okay, so there's our Yaggis. So, all right, somebody's definitely gonna find fault with me with that, I can imagine. I'm just trying some different things, guys, so you don't go ahead and buy a bunch of crap. And let's go there. Let's get the Potensic app on. Okay, and hopefully we'll know right away if these are causing any interference. So we got this going, and let's go ahead and launch. Let's get this puppy in the air. I actually do have a box down there, so we can just remotely launch. I haven't been able to do a hand launch, so I don't. All right, yeah, we'll trust that. And then we'll also let's get the Atom there, and then we'll start recording the screen, and I'll be right back. So first thing first is I don't see any interference with the Yaggis right now. I'm not catching any RC interference whatsoever. So if anything, they're helping. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna launch from that box right there. Like I said, we've learned our lesson. We're able to spin up. Now I'm gonna put the Yaggis on. We know we're ready to go. So I'm gonna carefully slide those on the top. Okay, we're back on. All right, here we go. We're controlling. We're taking video. Let's make sure we are recording our. Let's get hold on here. Yep, are we still recording? Yeah. Yes, we are still recording the screen. All right. Okay. We're back. All right, we're now flying. All right, here we go. Okay, home point has been updated. Please pay attention. All right. The other thing, let's get out there. And I'm gonna move the Yaggis out like this. It says return altitude 164. Now I want to check the camera really quick. Remember, I forgot to turn the video back on. So I'm going to go to the video editing, and I'm going to check. Now I'm using the manual controls to get ourselves in the green. There we go. So at this point, you can see, I'm try to slow down this footage here. ISO is 100. There we go. There we go. So everything should be good. Now I'm going to go back and hit automatic. And let's just fly. Let's fly for distance now. Let's go. Now, let's see if we can get some distance out of it. I've got my Yaggis pointed straight out, so we should have plenty of time to get wherever we want to go. Good RC connection at this point. We are losing a bar though already. I mean, that's usually not the case when you, let's go there. So we're pointing straight at where our target is. I just want to see what it'll do There we go. We forgot to record again. Now we're recording. Most of the stuff that I get earlier is not really good to... Anyway. So we're going to keep it relatively high. Let's get our camera down. And I'm keeping it auto. I do understand how the manual works here, and it does have that, like I said, it has that kind of that green, orange kind of fail-safe, you know, so you can do your auto adjustment, or excuse me, your manual adjustment. We got really good RC connection right here. I mean, we're out there. I'm keeping focused. I've got full on green. My goal is the tip of that bluff on the other side there. That is the distance of. And if I keep the antennas at this orientation, looks like we're good. See, we're losing it a little bit here at this spot, but it seems like I'm regaining it. And we should be good to return to home no matter what. So we'll see if we can cross the canyon. So let's go ahead and try to cross the canyon. There's a runner down there. Try to get it across the canyon. We'll keep our altitude good. And our goal is that little peak on the other side there. And let's get some more altitude. Altitude is always our friend on return flights. And we're in normal mode, and there's a headwind, which is good. Headwinds are always good. It seems like we're flying pretty good. I'm not worried about video too much. I'm just making sure I maintain. We're at that. They're warning. That's okay. This can't be, guys. The winds are not that strong over there. Strong for this one though. Okay, so we're still connected. And we're still making progress. And I'm at almost to that 400-foot level. I don't know if it will let me. We should be good because this is no higher than 400 feet on a return. Got some breakup going on there. But now we got some ground effect, which is helping. Maybe a little bit of lift from that cliff right there. That'll keep us nice and high. So we're straight out there. And, oh man, we're getting definitely some delay. Confirm. Yes. It's basically saying, hey, if you're this high, you got to be careful. All right, so there we go. I got to be careful because, can I turn? There we go. So technically, we're almost to, I got to get higher. We're almost to that point. And a lot of people were thinking, hey, you can't get there, but I do have the Yaggis on, okay? These are the Yaggi antennas. And it says encountering strong winds. So there's a couple of good things happening here. Is one, I'm going to hit the 8,000 foot peak. Right about there it is. There it is, guys. 8,000 feet with the Potensic atom. Yeah. All right, 8,000. That's 3 kilometers. Okay, that's 3 kilometers. So I'm going to turn it, and of course, when I start turning it, it's going to mess with the antennas. All right, we got to get it back to me though. You got to use your little attitude meter. There we go. Get it lined up. There's our little attitude meter right there. And looks like we have 2 bars from there. 2 bars. 2 bars. So this is basically the mini 1 distance. And like I said, we got the Yaggis on here. So I don't know, did the Yaggis help? I think they did. I think the Yaggis did help, guys. I really do. I think the Yaggis... now, is it smooth? I can't say it's smooth. Let's bring that camera down a little bit, see if we can stabilize our video. We did get some breakup, which did create a little bit of excitement. But we do have wind coming home, so... Woo, man, just spin around like that. Okay, see, that's one of the issues with when you get this situation is you got to have a good stable. You have to have a good stable feed. So the 4K should be pretty good coming there. So we're coming back. Oh, now the wind switched. Oh boy, the wind just switched on me. It's swirling. It's swirling, but it does say it's behind. Okay, that's good. You see that red blinking icon? That's saying you've got a tailwind, which is all good. RC is two bars, and that's good for us. We want those 2 bars, okay? And let's go here, and then of course we don't want to get sucked into that. Here, let's get away from that. There's maybe some crazy people over there. So yeah, so one of the things that you want to do is maintain your direction using the tools that are on the drone. And you can see that little. I've got the little attitude meter. It's telling me where the home point is. I don't need a virtual home point. And we are easily going to make it back. And we got a lot of battery. So I would say the battery issue is, so 3 kilometers, we got it. 3 kilometers with the Yaggis. Oh boy. The Yaggis never fail. Now, could we use the clamshells? Probably. I like these because it doesn't take. The reason why I like the Yaggis is whatever direction I'm going, I'm going to get signal around me. So that my antennas are going to give me a connection, when I get in proximity of me in any direction. And the Yaggis just they boost that signal right in the center, so I can get that reach, which it did work. I mean, it definitely worked. And there's no question about it. Now, was the absence of the man? I'm going to get so much interference. Guys, let me tell you something. All right. See if we get connected up here. There we go. All right. Is the absence of I don't know. I don't see the guys. I don't see the my mic being a problem. I really don't. I don't see it being a problem. I really don't. I think the Yaggis help though. I really do. Now, was it as smooth as the Mini 1 SE? No. The Mini 1, remember the Mini 1 SE, and I did this flight? Ooh, man, hey, we got good control now. It's kind of skating around. You see that? I call that skating, when the drone is making very fast movements. And I'm not able to get it one way or the other. So we're going to I'm bringing the RCB. All right. Okay, all right. Yaggis work. Okay, they do. And I did not get that distance before. And you could say, well, is it the mic? No, it's not the mic. So, oh boy, let's see if I can get this thing to land in my hand. There we go. So could you use the clamshells? Yeah. So if the Yaggis work, then the clamshells will work. Okay, that's, here, let me go ahead and shut that off. And guys, that's a victory. That is a victory. As unscientific of a victory as that was, the Yaggis that I put on these did work. Now, what are these Yaggis from? These are actually the Yaggis that they made for the Pro goggles of the DJI FPV system. I just had them hanging out there. I'm like, oh, these are probably 5 gigahertz, you know. So I put them on there, and they didn't screw up the flight. That's for sure. And if anything, they made it better. There's no question about it. That was a better flight than the last one, and I got video the whole flight. So now the wind's kicking in, and guys, we flew in a pretty decent wind too, so that's all good. So Dad Random, should we get Yaggis for this? Yeah, do it. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would get a set of Yaggis for this in a second. All they're going to do is make your flying better. They definitely don't take away from your flight performance, for sure. There's no reduction in performance. There's only better performance because I doubled my distance. That's twice as far as I flew last time. I flew only out to the edge. This time I flew all the way to the tip. We now have proof. So if that helps, I hope it does. I really don't think the 5G is interfering. I really don't. I put my DJI Spark on, and then I turned on the spectrum analyzer on the Spark to look at the signal in there, and I'm just not seeing that. Okay, I'm not seeing any problems. Hopefully my audio is not absolute garbage, because this thing is not, I don't have the wind muff on it, and I should have tucked it down in my coat, and then it got windy. So we're going to have some wind noise, I'm thinking, but we'll find out in a sec. All right, so for Dad Random, go ahead and stop that right there, recording. For Dad Random, all right, for the Potensic Atom 3-axis gimbal and the Yaggis, yeah. Here they are, Yaggi antennas for the Potensic Atom. Just pick up any 5.8 gigahertz setup and you'll be good, okay? Just check that out. I'll put the link on of these just so we have something to work from. I'll double check the specs on it just to make sure we have a match there from what I just said. Because, guys, I make mistakes too, so. But yeah, that's guys. It's always nice to have a victory in the field. I haven't had many victories lately. This is definitely a victory lap. There's been a lot of people that have been bagging on the Potensic Atom and its ability to fly distance, and we just flew 8,000 feet, so it makes it. And I probably could have gone farther because I still had 2 bars. Later, Dead Random. Have a great one. Fly safe, fly smart. Does that mean that we need to make these kinds of flights? No, it doesn't. That's the last one I make with that. That's it. There is no more. I've proved the point. Now, move on to flying at a, in places where this thing is more suitable. So, all right, later. Bye, Dead Random. Have a good one.